I am the Shimakane. My speech is titled Self-Prioritization. Have you ever noticed how much time we waste explaining ourselves to people who do not care? Or how often do you defend your dreams or even justify your decision about yourself and then wait for somebody to give you a green light for you to pursue what you want to do? So I'll ask you, is it necessary all the time to always seek for approval every single time you want to conquer this world? But I do not blame you, because at some point we were taught to prioritize pleasing over telling the truth, to be polite when we wanted to be powerful, to stay silent when we had wisdom to share. But here's something that I've learned in these years. When you really know yourself, you stop giving away your energy to things that do not add towards your growth. You stop saying yes when your soul is clearly screaming, no, stop it. You stop shrinking yourself to make others around you comfortable, and you stop living using someone else's speed. I believe it was Charles Glassmore who said, when you use someone else's ruler to measure your self-worth, you'll always come short. So allow me to remind you today that self-prioritization is not being selfish, but remembering that you as an individual, you come first. It's not rude when you say no, rather it's not aligning with your time, your needs, and your wants. So I ask to parents, you will not be crowned the parent of the year all because you've neglected yourself, but rather, do not rob your kids that experience to see you excel in this life. When you thrive, success becomes their second nature, and they can easily relate to it because at some point they are a hero once accomplished it. I believe it was Tommy Daxking who said, you teach people how to treat you by what you stop, what you reinforce, and what you allow. So here, ladies and gentlemen, what are we allowing? Self-prioritization is when you make your own needs, your own goals, a primary focus. You start to focus on your needs, for it is essential for your well-being and your happiness. Remember, you are human, you deserve it. It's not only focused on what your happiness is entitled to, but this is where you take your own time for yourself. You sit down with yourself, you pamper yourself, you sit down with your thoughts, you endeavor on a journey into the future. You map out what you want to achieve in the next coming future and how you're going to achieve it. So remember, self-prioritization is all about giving the world what is best of you, not what is left of you. How can you give something that you haven't experienced before? Even the Holy Bible from the Christian Proclivity, it clearly states, love your neighbor as you love yourself. How can you love your neighbor when self-love is a stranger to yourself? Simon Figures, he says, when everything is a priority, nothing is a priority. Now one might ask, so what are the boons of self-prioritization? I would say, when you know yourself, you're aware of your strengths, your weaknesses, what makes you tick as an individual, you make this world a better place. Secondly, meaningful habits are explored, in the sense that once you start doing what you love, your happiness kicks in, and you start to explore the world, it lights up your soul. Thirdly, we are an interactive Homo sapiens. We are in constant interaction. And by that, when you're more stable, you are able to make better decisions and offer wise counsel to others. So in conclusion, I'll quote words from Les Brown, the motivational speaker. He says, imagine you're on your deathbed, and around your deathbed, there are ghosts representing the things that you have not accomplished. I'm talking of unfulfilled dreams, untapped dreams, unfulfilled potential, and untapped dreams. They are all around your bed. They are angry, frustrated, even disappointed. They are saying, we came to you, Zimbabwe, looking forward that you would bring us to life. But today, here we are. We stand before you and we're going to go to the grave together. So I ask you today, on the 20th of July 2025, I will say, are you going to self-prioritize yourself, or fulfill your dreams and then have your ambitions? Or you'd rather have an overflow of ghosts when your time comes? Thank you.